Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Money Hungry Mama podcast. I am so excited because I have Beth with me today. Beth, take it away.
Hi, Brittany. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Beth. I'm co-owner of the Coffee Zone. We're in Toms River. We opened 6 months ago, so we're a baby. We're brand new. We're learning every single day, the good, the bad. It's a lot. It's great. I always say that it's not the store that is the hard part. It's the before and after, right? It's the kids, it's the house, it's the like being a partner, being a mom, being a homeowner, being a dog mom, being
Yeah.
literally everything. And it's tough but it's exciting at the same time, right? Like there's a purpose, there's something that you're looking towards. We're looking
Yeah.
towards the future. So
Oh my gosh. Okay, so 6 months old. I
yeah.
love this. I love
Yeah.
when we talk to baby businesses because you guys are in the thick of it and you are, working out the kinks as they're happening. Because I feel so often that when people are so far, they forget all these little bumps in the beginning. So I love talking to people with little bumps. So, how did the coffee zone come to life?
Okay. So I've been asked this so many times. And honestly, my first answer is I have no idea. I'm like, do not know. And then I sit back. Okay. And I'm like, okay, so I come from corporate marketing.
Okay.
My fiance comes from the union, like in
Love
the
it.
dirt, right? Cement mason outside every day in the hot, in the cold. We've talked about starting a business because of freedom. So, okay. Talked about it. Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? I don't know. I was laid off a year and a half ago from my job. And a little bit before that, we were toying with the idea. We were looking at properties, right? We were looking at spaces for lease.
Mhm.
It was like the ideas were flowing. We didn't know what kind of business do we want to open. We were inclined to coffee because obviously we like coffee. We put a full kitchen in because Joe loves to cook. Like
Mhm.
cooks all day long. He cooks breakfast, lunch, dinner. So he wanted to be able to cook. I could get behind. I wasn't like obsessed with coffee, but I was obsessed with getting behind the idea of like clean ingredients, making my own syrups. I could get that behind the idea of making my own syrups, knowing
Mhm.
what's going into the drinks that I serve. I couldn't have a business where I was pumping, no disrespect to Tarani and Monin and all of them, but like I couldn't have a business where I was pumping chemicals into everyone's drinks. And like,
Yeah.
do I have them in my store? Yes. Like I can't, I will figure it out, but I haven't made caramel syrup yet because it's a specific consistency, right?
Mhm.
So I use the Tirani caramel, but I will, mark my words, one day
Love it.
I will be making caramel syrup, right? So there's sugar-free ones. There's certain ones that I can't make, but the vanilla, the mocha, the blueberry for fall, the pumpkin, brown cinnamon sugar. Like we're making all these and like I take pride
Wow.
in making them, right? And it's a different taste. People taste my drink and they're like, "Oh, I can you put a little more syrup in that?" And I'm like, "Yes, 100%." But I always forewarn people too, like you're going to taste the coffee
Yeah.
and it's going to be a fresh taste. So yeah, and you could tell, right? Like I'm passionate
Yeah.
about that kind of stuff. So that was something that I could get behind. Have I ever made a cup of coffee in my life before opening the shop? No. Never. I took a week class up in Hoboken, New Jersey. It was like barista school. So I went there, learned the ins and outs, the history, how to use the machine,
Yeah.
learned that, and then we were like off running.
Wow. Oh my gosh. It's so cool to like hear about these different businesses and how you start because like I don't know why it didn't cross my mind that there would be a barista school. Like I don't like like I know that that should exist, but like the fact that you said it just made it be like duh. Like
Duh,
of
of
course
course.
there's probably a school.
Of course I have to pay $1,000 to go up to Hoboken, for 4 days and learn how to grind coffee beans.
Oh my gosh, it was probably good too. For anybody that doesn't live in New Jersey that's listening, Hoboken is like the cutest town ever. So I'm sure it's like a mini New York City. So
Yeah.
I'm sure it was like very, very well done. So if you are in New Jersey and you have been wanting to learn how to make coffee, you should check that out too. So, okay, why a local spot and in Toms River and instead of going like a franchise route?
So, thought about both and we couldn't put at w there's it's lack of flexibility, right? Like,
Mm,
with the franchise route, you're given a box
mhm.
and this is right, like, this is what you're serving. Like, Joe couldn't make go in the kitchen, and yesterday he went in the kitchen, he whipped up a chicken cutlet, he got some he made a Caesar salad, and then he made right, like a chicken Caesar salad sandwich on a semolina. Like, you can't do that when you're franchising Dunkin', like, bad
Yeah.
example, but, like, we couldn't put what we love behind it. And
Yeah.
that's what's, like, so important to us is to be able to, like, on a whim, make something up, change something, do a social media post.
Yeah, so, like, every single day, you guys having, like, a different menu? If, like, yesterday he was making the semolina chicken Caesar, like, is it, like, if I went in today, is it gonna be something different tomorrow?
No, okay, so we try to release specials on a monthly basis. Does he take his phone and put a different sandwich up every day? My brother actually said to me, like, a few months ago, he's like, "It looks so good, but, like, I get very confused."
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot going on, but this is us, right? Like,
Yeah.
customers have said to us, like, "I can tell when you post versus Joe posts," or, "I love that it's you behind," right? Like, you
Yeah.
posting, you behind the camera. So, I don't know. There's positives and negatives. We're like I said before, like, we're literally just figuring it out.
Yeah. No, yeah, but it's so fun to figure it out, and, like, I love the fact that, like, he wanted to go and make the sandwich and then he did, like, it's
Yeah.
just it's also cool like that, like, you never know, like, it could be something that you're just, like, posting in your stories, like, "Hey, special sandwich of today, like, this is what we're tempting." I think that that's really, really fun. So now, okay, your first day, how did you feel? Were you nervous, excited? How did it go? Walk us through the first day.
Oh my god, I did not sleep that night.
No.
So, I'm also, like, a procrastinator pretty
Okay.
bad. So, there was just a lot that, like, I still had to do with, like, the menu boards and little decoration.
Yeah.
So, I was there pretty late, and then I came home, and I think I was still writing up recipe cards because I wanted all the baristas. We need
Yeah.
the holy grail, right, of, like,
Yeah.
everything. So, yeah, definitely didn't sleep, and then got in pretty early. I was a disaster by the end of that first day. I think I just went in my bed at, like, 6 o'clock and went to sleep, and I don't know how I did that with my daughter, Madison. Maybe she went to sleep too. I don't even remember. Like, I have no idea. But, like, also remember, I also didn't really know how to make drinks in the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
I relied heavily on my team of baristas. Like, I knew when I was hiring that I needed them to like, they needed to have 100% needed to have experience, and not just in Starbucks, Dunkin', like, they needed to have experience in, like, the small mom and pop shops because we do
Mhm.
things so differently. Like,
Yeah.
building a drink is very different, like, Starbucks versus, um, our shop, for
Yeah.
example. But I always knew that, yes, I needed them in the beginning 100% to run the show, but, like, I knew, give me, like, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like, I'll be running circles, right, around
Yeah.
the coffee bar. I'm like a hands-on learner, so
Yeah, that's exactly how I am too. Like, I need to be in the moment doing it in order to learn and fix and grow with it. No, 100%.
yeah.
What is your best selling drink right now on your menu?
So I'm gonna go, like, OG menu, which is what's on the board, and then a special. Iced peanut butter cup latte has been a fan
Oh,
favorite since day one. I take, like, real Reese's peanut butter cups, and, like, we're blending them into the espresso shot, adding a little bit of vanilla to, like, bring out that sweetness, and then doing, like, mocha cold foam. Cold foam is a game changer for anyone has not had cold foam, and I didn't before opening. I was just a basic cold brew girl
yeah.
before opening the shop, but now, like, you need cold foam. So with mocha cold foam, it's really good. And then on the specials, I have a maple pecan latte. We like to work a lot with other small businesses, so
Smart.
we get a lot of our baked goods from a bakery called JG Desserts. They're in Silverton in New Jersey. And what I did was I took one of their scones because their scones are phenomenal. Like, they're cakey scones. They're your classic scone. So I took one of their scones. We put it on top. It's like a topper. And
Love it.
then the cold foam is made from, like, our maple pecan. syrup, which guys we're making. So it's like real pecans, it's maple syrup all blended together. So that's probably one of the top
Wow.
specialty drinks right now. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love this because, I mean, I am a avid coffee drinker,
Yes.
and it wasn't until I think, like, last year that I went into a coffee shop, and I was just, like, not a franchise one, and I was just like, "Let me just try it."
Yeah.
And I fell in love, and it's like, not only does the coffee actually wake you up, I felt like I got so used to, like, Starbucks and Dunkin' where, like, it wasn't working, maybe it's too watered down, I don't know what,
Yeah.
but, like, it is so legit to go into a mom and pop coffee shop and try things, and, like, here you are saying that you're blending Reese's with your coffee and you're hand making these cold foams. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to come and try it out.
I know.
So, now with, like, you are now a pillar in Tom's River. How has marketing been, especially with your background? What has been working best for you to get your name out there?
So I think our business has been built on social media. We don't have this hefty marketing budget, right? Advertising budget where we can spend like thousands of dollars
Mhm.
on like radio ads, right? Or like even postcards. I have so many houses behind my store. I think there's like 40,000 residential houses like in
Wow.
my backyard. And I look, and I wanted to do postcards to all of them, but we just don't have the budget. So, social media, word of mouth is huge, right? That's like the best form of marketing. My lawn signs, I bought I bought a handful of lawn signs. I think there's like one still standing. So there's that. I had the coffee flags. I mean, we're just trying different events that like other small businesses put on, right? Like we do tabletop events. So
Yeah.
a little bit of like social media ads, right? Cuz like it's affordable,
Mhm.
but I don't
For
know.
sure.
Grassroots.
Yeah, yeah, I love the fact that you're doing events too. I think, like, we talk about this all the time on the podcast, guys. When you are a local business, you should be hitting up everything. You should go to everything, try it all for especially your first year, elementary schools and vendor events, everything, like literally everything. Just try to get, especially if you're local, because those are your people.
It's my
And
cousin.
if you have like things that they could try, I mean, that's amazing, right? Like, it's like, this was really good. I'm gonna go do it again.
Yes. We've dropped off platters, right, at local schools and um we're trying.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
you're doing it though. You're doing it. We found each other, so you are
I know.
absolutely doing it.
Yeah.
So now as far as like, so you have this business. It is the coffee zone. How are you, I know we said in the beginning it's been a little bit rough, but how are you balancing everything?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, ask any mom, right? You're like, I have no idea, but you just do
Yeah.
it. You power through. I mean, support system, right? Like, lots of
Yeah,
support,
totally.
family. I don't know. I have to think.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's,
it's definitely, especially I always say like 15 minutes, right? If you could take 15 minutes a day to grow your business or to do whatever, and then I try to have non-negotiables myself. So it's like Saturdays is family day. Like, I will not try to do anything. I will really stay focused on trying to be present. But
yeah,
you have to kind of web and flow, and you're only 6 months in. So you're just, I guess, surviving in this moment. And
right.
then soon
And
you'll
like,
be
how
thriving.
do you do that on a seven day a week business, right?
Yeah.
Like, coffee doesn't shut down, right? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe some places close Mondays, but I don't think we don't think that we see that happening for us closing Monday. So it's just about getting the business to a place where it can run itself so we
Hmm.
can have time off, but it's getting there, right?
Yeah.
So,
No, 100%, 100%, but it's yours and it's gonna grow and you're gonna
yeah.
change, like, with it. I love it. What is your favorite feel-good story that's happened inside the coffee zone?
I think it's just when I'm there because I'm there a lot now,
Mhm,
right? So getting to know my customers and when they walk in, like them smiling at you, right? Like hi, like hi Beth, like saying hi, like by your first name, like chatting, getting to know, like knowing about their
yeah,
family or their vacation, or them knowing about my daughter, right? Like them knowing about Madison, them knowing about oh Joe's in the back, you're up here, right? Like just knowing our lives.
mhm.
I don't know. I think and them complimenting you, right? Like, "Oh my god, that chicken cutlet sandwich was so good, and that blueberry shortcake latte, like, that you're right, with the blueberry syrup, it's phenomenal. I told my friend about you, like,
Yeah.
they said that they're coming and they never even heard of you." Like, no one has heard of, right? Like,
Yeah.
no, so many people have not heard about us. So when they share their Okay, so I think it's when they share their experiences with other
Mhm.
people in a right, like their positive experiences. I think that's what makes it all worth it. And then seeing our reviews too, right? Like when I open my phone and I look and I see what some people write, I'm like, you didn't have to do this, right? You didn't have to take the time out of your day and write about, like, how nice it was to talk to Beth or catching up with Joe and the sandwich and the drink and, like, what a cute place. Like, you didn't have to, right? Like, you didn't have to do that. So when people go out of their way to support us,
I love it.
that's what makes it worth it, yeah.
It's so true because, like, and I love that you just said that because for every mom that's listening, like, we are small businesses. We are entrepreneurs. And, like, just think about how you feel when you get a review, when it's something that's like, "My gosh." And now I'm gonna kinda flip the table a little bit. Like, think of all the reviews you haven't left. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's hand holding hands, right? So if you've supported another small business, go leave that shop. Especially if they left a really good impression because it's crazy to me. And I think it's so funny because growing up in the 90s when there was like the mean girls in high school and all these things. But when something changes when you become like a mompreneur and they just show up for each other in a way that like it kind of feels like it's just like you have a village even if some of them you've never physically met in person. So it's just like if you are listening and you're starting to connect in this money hungry mama community, start leaving each other really genuine reviews because you're helping each other grow. Every single review just before Beth came on, I had said, listen, if you can, just take the time to like leave a review for the podcast before your episode. Every review pushes out, even podcasts, like it pushes them out further so people will know. And just like a Google review for Beth, like it's like, okay, let me Google and see what people are saying. I do it all the time,
All the time.
literally all the time. That is gonna make or break if I'm gonna go somewhere and make that drive or do that thing is those Google reviews. So keep that in mind, especially if you are already started your business or you wanna start really making connections in this community. See how you guys can start leaving each other reviews because I watch a lot of you connect, and this will be a way to help each other for sure. And the coffee zone could be a new place for all of my South Jersey peeps to go check out and try that Reese's
Yeah.
'cause that sounds delicious. So now you're getting these reviews, you're moving up. We are 6 months in your business. What has been the biggest lesson that you've learned so far?
Consistency.
Okay.
And, like, to be completely honest, like, we're not 100% there yet. We have
Mhm.
right, there's different people in the kitchen, there's different people at the front. Consistency is so important. So it's about, everyone making everyone making the foods, everyone tasting it, everyone making the drinks, everyone tasting it what's the best, right? Like, and where do the rest have to be altered? Because when a customer, you want regular customers, right? That's everyone's goal. I want the regulars. If they're going to come in every day and their food is going to
Mhm.
taste different or their drink is going to taste different, they're not, I'm telling you, they're not going to come back. Right?
Yeah.
So it's about, yeah, you have to be consistent. You have
I didn't even think of that. And now, so for so long, I was a teacher and I used to drink Dunkin'. It was right on the way to work and it was like, let me just pick it up. I will never forget the day that I had a bad one. And I was like, it was not like any of the others. And it was just, I never went back after that
yeah,
day. And it didn't even click until you just said that. That consistency is key, especially when you're making food. Like, if
yeah,
somebody loves it so much, that's what they're coming back for, that same taste that they already had.
yeah.
Wow. So how do you make sure that you do make it consistent?
So we're getting better at this.
Mhm,
But there's like now
mhm.
when the monthly specials are released, like there is a chart on the side of the espresso machine and it's step by step how many pumps, right? Like how many pumps of this, what goes first? Does the flavor go into espresso shot or does it go into the milk, right? Like how many pumps go into the cold foam because when we're making like, also, when we make since we make our flavors, you need a lot more
Mhm.
of certain things because it takes more to bring out that flavor because it
Mhm.
is natural. Right, like, I've tested, like, 7 squirts in the cold foam, 10, 11. Like, where am I getting that maple pecan flavor the most? And I also sometimes customers say, like, "Oh, how many pumps in that in vanilla?" And I'm like, "Oh, 7." They're thinking, like, big pump, right? Starbucks pumps. I'm like, "No, no, no, it's probably, like, 3 big pump," right? Like, with
Yeah.
you can't go by the number of pumps with us, but yeah, just like step by and then also me kind of being like a little bit annoying, like looking over sorry to my amazing baristas, but like looking over their shoulder, be like, "Hey, did you do that? Like, did you do that?" And it's just because like I need everything. And
Okay.
and if I'm saying the same thing, right, over and over again, like, "I'm sorry," it's just like me, right, this is my business, this is my livelihood, like,
Mhm.
I just need to make sure that everything is, right, like, is consistent, is the same.
Yeah, you don't need to apologize for that.
Yeah,
You wanna make sure everything is fantastic and great, and as you should, right? Like, it
yeah,
is this is your second baby. This is your business, and it's like, I joke around all the time, but it's true. These businesses are like another child to us, and we care about them so much, and, you should never apologize for caring about your business. Absolutely not. No, no,
yeah,
no.
you're
It's
right.
okay to do those things because you just wanna make sure that everybody's having a great experience, and that just shows how much you care about the coffee zone.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that just shows how much you love it because you do care so much.
yeah.
Now, I have I was thinking as you were talking, right, about these syrups and why you need extra in the beginning. And it reminded me of homemade spaghetti sauce. Everything is natural ingredients and all these things, but nothing beats when it's a day old or 2 days old because all those ingredients got to mesh for so long. So, you're doing the better for you option. And it just takes a little bit of time for all of those to kind of mesh to make this beautiful that's kinda how I pictured it, like, just like a spaghetti sauce takes, the first day is good, don't get me wrong, who doesn't love a good spaghetti sauce? But, that 2nd, 3rd day, you're like, "Oh my
It's like,
god, this is
you're so right.
phenomenal."
Yeah,
Yeah, it's, like, the same exact thing, that's what's reminding me of, like, it just takes a little bit for the flavors to kind of just mesh together and become one in this syrup, so that's why it takes a little bit more. Doesn't mean it's bad for you, it just means that it just takes a little bit more to get them all together. Love
yeah,
it. Oh my
good
gosh.
analogy.
Thank you. Yeah. So, what advice would you give to a mom who's listening right now who's a little bit nervous to chase her dreams?
So I think it's just about like you can't be so concerned with the right now.
Mhm.
It's about the future. And I literally tell myself this all the time when I'm having like a bad day or like a day where it's just like been so much. It's like, okay, like it's going to get better. Why are we doing this? We're doing this for the future. We're doing this so that we have we're not confined to the corporate 9 to
Mhm.
5, right? Like we have staff that we can trust that we can take a couple hours in the morning eventually and right, like go for a walk,
Mhm.
right? Like, oh, the kids can go to school, right? Like or daycare a little bit late today. Like let's go for the walk. Let's take the dogs. Let's go to another local shop. Let's get a
Mhm.
coffee. Like that's like like enjoy life. Like
Mhm.
that's why we're doing it for the bigger picture, for the future, but you do get discouraged sometimes with like being in the now and like it's constant. It's every day, it's all day. Like we're exhausted.
Mhm.
But I'm just hoping and I believe that in a few months like it will be different
Mhm.
and we'll have the free like I saw something online and I can't even say it any better myself, but it's like, it's not just about chasing dollars. Like,
Mhm.
it's about like building a life that's rich in all ways, like
Yeah.
not just money, like, right? Like freedom, like
Mhm.
possibilities, peace, like all
Yeah.
of these different things. And it's so worth it. Like, life is so short, right? So,
Yeah.
and
100%.
family just bring the whole different dynamic into it, right? Like you want to be so present for your kids every single day, but but when both parents have to like you need like dual income these days, right? Like it's so hard. So how do you do, right? Like how do you do it?
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it. And it's so funny because My dad was a big so I was a teacher before this, and my dad was a big, like, "Be a teacher, you'll be home with your kids, do all these things," right? Let me tell you right now, I was so nervous telling him, "Hey, dad, I'm leaving teaching, and I am going to be going all in on this," and he goes his exact words for me, like, "Oh, good." He's like, "This is the only way to make money in this world." And I was
Oh
like,
my god. Wait, what?
the years of you saying, like, to be a teacher, it's the best schedule, blah, 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 to me sitting here so nervous, being like, I think I'm gonna take the leap and I'm just gonna go all in on me. And he was like, yeah, no, 100%. He was like,
That's
there's no,
hilarious.
isn't that
God, I
crazy?
love that. I love that. Yeah.
He knows now, like he sees it. He's like, that is the only way anybody's making money is if they start trying to do it for themselves.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And it's just the world we live in, but also that just means there's so much opportunity.
So much.
And it
Yeah.
just makes me so happy because, like, I love collaboration over competition. You guys hear me say this all the time. And it's like, you are the coffee zone, but like, imagine the different things that you can do and teaming up and becoming friends with different coffee shops, like all over New Jersey. Like, you can have your own little coffee con. And it's like everybody could do little taste tests and stuff. I just think like it's such an untapped thing because like you can be in one section of Tom's River and there could be another coffee shop 3 blocks down, but you still have 40,000 people behind you.
I was just gonna say that it's such a big area, like, there
Yep.
can be multiple and everyone can be successful, just all have your own little niche, right?
Exactly. And it's also the person. Like, that's why I say all the time, you have to get on social media. Just like Beth said, people say to her, like, I'm so happy that, like, I love seeing you behind the camera. I love, like, doing these things because they also get invested in you, your life, and your family. And that's what makes people really get invested. And I just, oh, it makes my heart so happy to hear, like, it's 6 months in and you're already getting all these compliments and doing these things. What are the big dreams for Coffee Zone?
So, we just started to get into catering.
Cool.
Yeah, so there's so many we're on Route
Uh-huh.
37. Like there's a ton of corporations and breakfast, right? So like breakfast, lunch, office catering, business meetings. But hey, like I also just released like a Thanksgiving brunch menu too for families, right? Like family gatherings, before the feast, right? Like the
Yeah.
fun before the feast. So, like I said, like Joe does a phenomenal job in the kitchen. Like this is him. Like he is the catering. We just did a 40-person breakfast catering yesterday, and she found us online.
That's
Like, she was just Googling. So, we want to do more. We want to do more catering and then add a pot of coffee to add cold brew, right? Like, I've been making cold brew
yeah.
for customers as well. So, we just wanna share in every aspect, like, share our food and drinks with everyone.
I love it. I love it. And, I mean, not for nothing, who wants to cook 2 meals on Thanksgiving? But,
Oh my
like,
god. Who wants
especially
to
with
cook
kids, you
one?
can't wait. They're not waiting till 4 o'clock to eat. Like, you gotta feed them all day. So that would be really cool to get, like, a Thanksgiving brunch. Just pick it up, come to your house, and it's like, "Hello, family. Like, this is for everybody," and
Yeah,
watching the parade and doing all these fun things. And this episode is definitely gonna air before that. So for
awesome.
everybody listening, like, that could be a fantastic option. So Beth, what does being a money hungry mama mean to you?
Oh my god. Just like what I said before, like it just means what was it? It's being rich in every way that's
Mhm.
not just about money. Like it's being rich in family, it's being rich in freedom, it's being rich in peace and
I love it. Yeah, it's so true. I feel like, you mention it too, and I say it all the time, like we have one life to be rich in happiness and love and surround ourselves with people who just want to be present. Like that's also what I love about social media. People are following from California or whatever, and they're not here. And I would have never even known that they existed or that the money hungry mama meant something to them without social media. And it's just like you, like people are finding you through social media and getting attached to your reels, knowing that you're behind the camera. And I hope, everybody listening is taking that away. Like it's becoming, somebody that people notice and recognize. And it's like, I know when you post versus when Joe posts.
yeah.
And it's just, they really do get invested, just like I get invested in people online. It's like, oh, they didn't post today. I wonder if they're sick. Let me message. And like, it's just crazy how it could work. If you can go back to day one,
Mhm.
what would you tell yourself?
Oh my god. I would say it's not as easy as you thought it was gonna be, but it'd be worth it.
Love that. And I love that you thought it was gonna be easy. That's my favorite
My
part.
god. Brittany, I, like, sometimes think back, I'm like and I wonder, like, was this the right decision, right? Like, does I'm sure a lot of business
100%.
owners,
Everyone
right, you're
does.
like, Should we have done this? Like, this is hard." And I'm like, "No, no, of course, like, bigger picture." But, like, I don't know why I thought I was gonna, like, have a day off. Like, I'm, like, building a fake schedule before we even opened, and I'm, like, just stacking it with, like, baristas, and I'm like, "Well, where is this money coming?" Like, "Okay, Beth,
Yeah.
where did you think this money was coming from? And, like, why did you think that you were gonna have, like, any time off?" I do try on the weekends. I, like, take a half day.
Yeah.
So, 1 weekend so, like, I close every day, but 1 weekend day. I leave a couple hours early so I can and I try to plan it around, like, an activity that's going on with the kids, so that's it right now, but it'll get better. It's worth it.
It is worth it. It's
Yeah.
worth it because it's yours.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, like my dad said, that's the only way to make money in this world now is to do something that's yours. And I just don't think the pride of accomplishment that you have when like you just get a new follower or, somebody leaves a new review or all those things, it just is unmatched. Like there's no better feeling to be like, "Oh my gosh, people are liking what I'm putting out there."
Exactly what you said, like, "This is me," right? Like,
Mhm.
this is us, like, we came like, you're liking what we came up with, and I'm
Mhm.
always like, I was never, like, an entrepreneur, like, I never thought of myself as,
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm gonna have my own business," like, that's more of Joe's thing, like, he's a go-getter, he will work morning, noon, night, like, he's
Yeah.
always right, like, he's always going, 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 but, like, me, like, that was never my dream, but, like, couldn't really imagine it being any other way right now.
Yeah. And it's together. And I think that is such a beautiful thing. Like I love what I'm hearing these
That's
businesses.
good and bad.
Yeah. I don't know, I love it because, like, at the same exact time, I watch my husband go to work every day, and he works so hard, and I'm just like, "Oh, I can't wait for the moment where I could figure out how you fit into the piece of this puzzle,
Yeah.
and you can stay here and be that anchor." Like, it's just like 'cause, especially if it's both of you, it's like, okay, one of you stays while one of you can go and pick up the
Yeah.
kids, and it's like, I just think that that also isn't piece that works. Yes, I'm sure there is obviously tiffs and things that go on to try to make the business work, but
Yes.
there's also just having that, like, support that's, like,
Yeah.
right there that you trust to, like, go in the back room and be like, "What the heck? Like, this is so annoying," and just know that, like, they're not gonna quit the next day because they can't.
Yeah,
My gosh. Beth, it was such a pleasure to have you on today.
thank
Where can our
you.
listeners support you?
Instagram, The Coffee Zone NJ what is it? The Coffee Zone NJ. That's our handle on all things social media. Also, check out our website. With my marketing background, I've been trying to just kinda add everything to our website, like, our menu is right on there. You can order online, you can see our catering menu, you can see our Thanksgiving brunch menu, you can see, like, a little about us page, right, where we talk about, like, the background of the store, where the store came from. You can join our newsletter. I started sending out monthly, like, either if it's the specials, right? Like what's on
Mhm.
special, what's coming up. I'm going to send out our catering menus at the end of this month too. So just keeping up on different events and activities that are going on at the store.
Love it. Beth, thank you so much for being on today.
Thanks, Brittany.